All right, so I am playing a modded version of the game, so we're gonna have some stuff right off the bat that we got to do a little bit as maintenance. We're gonna be using a scenario that I made up so that it's a little bit nicer to me, and we are gonna be playing with save and reload, so that I don't have to deal with trying to restore an old save since we're playing on stream. And our seed is polite. That's how I'm hoping our neighbors will be. I do have 4 colonists kind of already preloaded and ready to go for our starting group. But anyone who would like a colonist, you can name one in the redemptions. I've added a new channel point redemption. Afterlife and Misha, I see you in chat already. You guys are part of the starting group, so don't feel the need to cash in channel points. Okay, so we've got to find a suitable spot to strike the earth. Who do we have for factions that are neutral? So the purple house, the yellow hut. So this guy's a neutral faction, so living close to him isn't going to be disastrous. 50 growing period. First to die or eat a prisoner wins. I don't know how war crimey we're gonna play. I can only imagine it'll get pretty war crimey. For those of you not familiar with RimWorld, it has a bit of a reputation for being pretty brutal, and you can play a colony that is very morally bereft, I guess is maybe the most polite way I can put it. I wanted something maybe with a coast, but I don't like the area over there. I don't want to be too close to that empire either. Granite and slate, only a 20-day growing period. No, thank you. I probably could have done this work before the stream started, but I didn't. So too bad. I want, this is not bad. Limestone and granite, temperate forest, forage. Yeah, we'll go with this. RimWorlds are harsh places. This one will certainly be a harsh place. Okay. So let me go grab our group. So we have Afterlife, Misha Fish, Julie Fish, and Schneider are going to be our starting crew here. I did do this within the allowable point allocation, so it's not like cheating. And we do have our lovely family of siblings, Afterlife, Julie Fish, and Misha Fish. And I think we're good to go. We're set. I like the way they came out. I think they look fun. I'm excited for it. I'm gonna be real sad when you all die. The Fish family and the outcast. Not an outcast. You guys, he's like, you guys adopted him. Loading when we get in can take a little bit. Especially this first night, we're not going to be doing too much, I think, outside the colony on expeditions or anything like that. So we shouldn't have to deal with too many gnarly load screens here. Although every time we load up, we get to see King Thirst royalty, so that's okay. I am, like I say, most of my experience with this was when it was a much younger game and did not have all the features it has in the 1.0 release. And especially considering how I have filled it up chock to the gills with mods after having watched my wife play it so much, goodness knows how much of this I'm not even going to know how to do. Finally, after these long days of trekking through the uncharted wilderness, you've arrived. It may not look like much more than an open field to most, but you know better. To you, it looks like home. So right off the bat, I have some concerns about what looks like a hidden ancient danger. Let's get a look at our map before we settle on this. This is so wide open. I think are going to try and re-roll the map and find something that I can maybe cage in a little bit. I like that this has the big lake. I I think this one's gonna be our winner because I can cage in like this area in the center here. Oh, this isn't rock though, because that's got water in the middle of it. Is that like swampland? Ooh, we might just have to go completely man-made walls. That's fine. I'm okay with that too. I kind of like this one with a couple lakes. Let's go with this. We will almost assuredly have a failed colony before a successful colony. Much of what we're going to be doing tonight and probably even into next Thursday is going to be me getting used to and remembering how the game works. So for anyone who is familiar with RimWorld and wants to offer some suggestions, especially as I'm going to get like the colony set up and prepared defenses and stuff like that, absolutely feel free to chime in. Because I would rather feel stupid for a second and then do it the right way than feel stupid forever because I got all my colonists murdered. All right. So they've thrown us off right onto our lovely central lake. So we do have some natural defense here. Like I could potentially run a wall all the way through these two. There is still a big old ancient danger fairly close, but that's fine. We'll just stay to the south side by the lakes. So I think this is going to work. We got all this mud, but I'm assuming there's rich soil adjacent. Yeah. Ooh, this big patch of rich soil down here feels pretty good. Then we're super far from a lake though. Not that far, I guess. We got that lake right there. I think we're going to actually go down to the southeast because that big patch of rich grass is just too much to pass up. Plus we got a vent down here. Okay. So before I even unpause the game here, first of all, we're going to keep this map. Thank you, map reroll. I appreciate you. I have to fix designator shapes, which for whatever reason is always broken until I toggle its options. And then I want a plan. All right. So we're going to use, I guess, these two as like a defensive wall. This is going to have to get shifted as we mine into it because it is a valuable resource it's connected to. But I don't want to have to deal with people swooping up, especially from like the bottom of the map where they could potentially just be on my colony almost right away. And then kind of a similar thing here. We can do like this. All right, so if we go like that, at the very least, enemies will almost always approach us from one side so that I can kind of front load defenses in that spot. All right, so let me pick a different color here. I'm just gonna like get a general idea of what layout we're gonna be using, just so that I don't have to tear stuff down and rebuild it again later. All right. Oh, we got 2 geothermals right here. That's actually really cool. I'm not gonna want this here. Eventually we'll tear that down, but right now it's fine. And I think what we're gonna do is we can do kitchen down here next to the field. So our kitchen, all right, we're gonna do a fairly sizable kitchen because I want to be able to load it up with the various like bonuses from workbenches and stuff. And then that's not what I wanted at all. We want a pretty big cooler. All right, so that's going to be my kitchen and kind of cooler area. And you know what? We're also going to have to build a little kind of annex to it that I can use as a butcher. All right, cool. And so then you'll be able to come in from here. Beaut. All right. And I'm going to want... This is like the most stressful part for me, is this like very first moment of how do I want to lay everything out? Because I just feel like I'm committing to something. And even though I know we can like change it and like go back, it just seems very high stakes to me. Take it down and put it up elsewhere. It just like, I don't know if you used to get that way. I'm sure you don't anymore now that you are like a super veteran of the game. But it just feels like such a commitment. All right, this is going to be like a dining area. And then I don't want to do too much more planning out because we're obviously going to have things change as we go. But I do want to put together like a stockpile-y type central room. Did I take out Dubs? I did take out Dubs. It's gone. Well, hygiene is gone. I obviously have several more of his other mods. So yeah, we're gonna do that up here. That's a very big room. We don't need it that big. In fact, let's not mess about with the old construction at all. For right now, we can get away with it just being like this. All right. So what I want is I want just temporary sleeping spots for my colonists. And then, ooh, what's our dog's name? I didn't even check. Ash. Ash is our pet Rottweiler. The pet name, I think I'm fine with it just hitting me with, because I think Ash is a cute name for it anyway. Animal sleeping spot, and then I need an original stockpiled zone. That'll do for now. Let me fence that bad boy in. All right, so that's gonna go up. We'll put doors on that in a second. And then give me doors, door, door. Wonderful. There we go. All right. We'll start with this and let them start getting to work. We should go and get, I think if I remember correctly, my wife has a move she pulls where she shortens the time they're allocated to sleep, but by making it neutral, they'll still sleep if they need it. And then if we give them 2 hours off, 2 hours of rec time, and then 4 more hours of work. So they're still going to do a full work day. but they're going to get things kind of split up so that they don't feel like they're like running themselves ragged. All right. So that'll work. We got to get work priority set. Yo, what's up, Skull? Just watch the Vada Praise ending. Hope you try out Moon Crash. Yeah, I've got it. I added it to all of my various like alert systems that let me know when something goes on sale. I'm very interested in Moon Crash. The end of Prey was awesome. They'll probably still work in the gray area, but they can choose not to. Right. So like they might go long, but they don't need to go long. Priority. First things first. We ain't want no fire. Thanks for all the help too, Skull, while I was playing Prey. Because there were times where I was getting a little bit frustrated and chat definitely like kept me locked in. This is RimWorld. So if you're not familiar with RimWorld, it's like a colony survival game. What I'm doing right now is not super thrilling because right now we're doing the very initial setup, but eventually we're going to have a group of hardy settlers. These guys up here at the top are going to be carving out an existence for themselves on a very, very hostile planet. Perhaps the most hostile of planets. All right. So we do want you to warden. Schneider animal handling. Misha's the cook. Schneider can also be the hunter. So that means Schneider's going to get our long gun. So real quick, before I forget, let's have Schneider take the bolt action rifle. And then Misha Fish. I need everyone to move just the littlest bit so we can see all this stuff. Do I not have a pistol? Apparently not. No pistols for us, team. All right, well, they'll put it in the stockpile and I'll see it there once it's there. Afterlife is constructing and he's doing our mining work. I do want mining to not be as critical as construct, so I'm going to switch that out a little bit. We also need to make sure that doctoring is a bigger priority for Julie than growing plants, but I do want cutting to be ahead of that. Everything is a hostile planet. Can we just have a planet with unlimited resources and advanced tech? Well, I'll tell you what, man, if I am successful enough with this colony, this game can get pretty bonkers. Like once you're set, you can kind of go ham. We always want him hunting before he's doing any of the crafting gigs. And then hunt and handle. So who's going to be our primary hauler? Not our cook, not our healer. I think it still has to be Schneider. So what we're going to do is leave him at 3 for haul and clean. Everyone else is going to drop that to like 7. They should still do like cleaning when it's something that they could get to easily. Hostile creatures and environmental hazards. Oh boy, get excited, Skull. Because not only are there hostile creatures, there are rival colonies that want to kidnap us and sell us into slavery. There are roving gangs of cannibals. There are psychic drones that will send out like pulses of negative energy that make our colonists go insane and turn on one another. It's gonna get rowdy. So I think what we're gonna do is have Schneider do research as like his backup gig, which I'm not thrilled about because I'd like someone to be more dedicated to researching, but we should catch ourselves another colonist pretty soon. Okay. With that having gotten set, so now everyone's got a schedule and they've got their workloads. We need to set up a grow zone and we need to start letting them build stuff. Lizard cannibals and cyborgs have mind control and can control rats. With enough mods, I'm sure actually all of that could be possible. We're going to cut the trees out of our growing area because they're going to wind up just getting taken down anyway. And we'll just let people run for now. I do want to set up at least one small grow zone just so that we have a crop in the ground. So let's see. I don't want it to be right on top necessarily. Well, no, it's just plants. They can walk through it. That's going to be potatoes. And then I'm thinking I do want... This can be rice. There's other plants we're going to want to grow, but right now that's all I'm worried about. Yeah, exactly. With mods, anything is possible is 100% true. There's total conversion mods for this game that turn the whole game into like the Lord of the Rings or to Star Wars. Like you can, with Lord of the Rims is the name of the mod suite for it. You can make it so that your characters are like elves or dwarves. They have racial bonuses. They bring like D&D style RPG stuff into the mix. Like this game gets a bananas. You can make Skyrim a deadly harsh survival game that's really immersive, or just kinky and fantastic. Why not both? That's what I say. Why not a kinky hardcore survival game with guns where you can ride around on Thomas the Tank Engine? That's the power of mods. I need to get some form of power set up because we're going to want to turn this into a cooler so our food doesn't spoil. So the question is, the wind turbine I just don't think is going to be reliable enough until I have a battery. So we're going to just start with a wood-fired generator, which is not ideal, but at least it'll get the job done. So if I have a wood-fired generator, we can run conduit up through that wall. That's more than it needs to be, if I'm honest, but I'm fine with that. And then we need to get temperature, air conditioning. Beautiful. All right, they'll start doing that as well then. Do both. I'll probably do a modded run of Skyrim at some point. I don't know if I would do the kinky version on Twitch. That would probably be a really easy way to get my channel taken down. We can turn down our planning squares right now. Yo, what up, Schneider? Conditioning your school. It should be better. The AC is going to be bumping in there. Schneider, welcome in. You made our starting 4 colonists. You are going to be our animal whisperer due to your excellent work in Pokemon Nuzlocke. All right. Oh, we do have our pistol. Okay, so hang on. Misha can equip her revolver. And then we brought enough knives. Don't worry, guys. We brought enough knives for everyone. Afterlife and Julie can equip it as their main weapons. And then Schneider, you're going to take it as a sidearm in case you get rushed. Tame all the beasts and then make them our allies. That's the hope. You can train some pretty cool stuff in this game. So like we can train animals to sort and like move stuff around the base as needed. You have no room for a plasteel knife as your sidearm, Misha. Your hands are full. Oh, and then actually I also want Afterlife as a melee specialist. So we're going to have you wear our armor, dude. You're busy building stuff, though. Doing either a vampire or werewolf playthrough of Skyrim now with mods. Closest thing to vampire and werewolf game. Well, at least for now, keep your eyes peeled. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 will be out soon. Then we might have a new quintessential vampire game. I'm pretty hyped for that. Did you just take your clothes off to get into that? Who's nude? But I agree, some of the vampire mods out for Skyrim are bonkers. The one that's part of a Nyrim, I don't remember what his is called, but his vampire conversion that like completely fleshes out how the vampire gameplay works, like adds a new vampire perk tree and everything, is crazy. Yeah, and vampire, that's a good point. It's weird that I don't equate vampire as a vampire game automatically because I just treated it like a straight up brawler. I did so little with the actual vampires powers in that. Can't kill people for experience. I mean, I don't disagree. It's tough. I don't know that I've ever done a full evil playthrough, but man, sometimes they just look tasty. All right, I'm gonna put these guys on 2 for a minute. Once we're really settled in and comfortable, I'll probably run this on higher speed. But I also want to be able to like watch our little ant farm develop and watch our colonists Oh, I didn't put in any recreation. They're probably pissed. All right, you guys can play horseshoes. And then you can have a chess table. How about that? In Skyrim, they're nameless. We didn't eat anyone in our vampire playthrough. Despite Afterlife's best efforts. Afterlife so desperately wanted us to eat Clayton Cox. But you're right. In Skyrim, it just means that you lure Nazim away from the Cloud District and you got yourself a tasty snack. All right, this room we can unplan because it's built. That's set. Afterlife still chugging along. Did I put, is that a wall? Yes, it's a wall, but it's got a conduit blueprint underneath it. That makes sense. And then Julie is still cutting plants because I have her on cut as a priority, but she'll start sowing plants afterwards. We have 2 grow zones, Misha. We have a potato grow zone and we have a rice grow zone. And I'll probably set up some utility grow zones after the fact. We'll get some heel root. We'll get some cotton. I don't know. We might plant some reefer. We'll see what we do. We have solitary and social. Okay, they're going to get cerebral play in a minute because we're going to build that chess table. And then dexterity play when we get the horseshoe pit in. So we'll be good in a second. We'll get, once we've got the kitchen built, I think the goal is going to be to get a manager's table set up so that we can kind of automate the hunting aspects. We are using colony manager, which means I should be able to just basically set like item quotas and have them do some of the micro tasking for us. Health, magic, stamina modifiers when in the sun. More vampire actions lead to higher ranks. Ooh, can't regain your stats when you're in the sun. That's very cool. That's one of the things that's so cool to me about Skyrim is like a dedicated vampire run with a mod list really kind of built to accommodate that gameplay is essentially a whole new game. Like, yes, it is just Skyrim with mods, but it feels like you're playing a brand new game from scratch. Ooh, sunlight would just insta-gib you. That would be crazy hard to do. I can't imagine that. Afterlife, are you literally just like... Okay, you do have pants on at least. God bless you. God bless you, Afterlife. You look like such a beef train. Oh, cool. So you could go full like... You could go full cloak and shadow. He needs a jacket. He'll get a jacket. He gets one soon. We'll start building stuff. Stonky Afterlife. He's ready to go. He's sick of building walls. He wants me to point him at a mountain so that he can tear it down with his bare hands. He looking thick. Dies from vitamin D. Oh God, there's an Oregon Trail tombstone. You died of vitamin D. All right, Afterlife should, ooh, all right. This room can start getting chilly now. As soon as, okay, the generator is loaded. So we want this below freezing so that we can make sure the food we put in there is froze. And so now we can move our stockpile. So this stockpile is going to be for food. So let me clear everything. I want food in here of all types. Not all types. Hay doesn't need to be in here and kibble doesn't need to be in here. but I do want plant matter, raw materials, and I want drugs to be in here, and medicine. Oh, don't we need our musts and syrups in there? I guess we'll get into that later. Took too much D to the face. Should go lower. Oh, to get it by, you mean to have it by the coolers, Misha Fish? Is that what you were saying? The whole room nice and chilly. Like -2 degrees more. Oh, you're saying it should be colder. Oh, you want it to be like below 0 frozen. Oh, okay. Well, we can do that. That's fine. We have idle colonists, which is good because that means all of our shit is done. Doesn't take that much more power. Okay. Well, if that's the case, then yeah, let's keep it chilly in there. I want to mine this stuff away from the back, so we'll designate that to mine just so that it's done there. Let's deconstruct all this stuff. Oh, I wish I could select all of you. So we're gonna just tear this down. There's probably a deconstruct tool that I don't know about. Ooh, does this have a roof on it? Isn't there a way for me to see roofed areas? Okay, it doesn't still have a standing roof. I didn't want to take those down and crush somebody. There is a deconstruct tool. Deconstruct. Beautiful. All right, well, it wasn't until I had done all but 2 of them. So now we also need to tell this one no on the food front. So foods, you're not allowed. You can have hay and kibble for right now just because there's no other place that I put it. No to medicines and no to drugs. Just say no to drugs, stockpile. Oh, and this one I need to make sure that it can take animal corpses. Animal corpses, but not insect corpses. All right, cool. I am using the vanilla plus mods as well. So like, get ready to see every freaking animal you can imagine made up in this crazy cute little style, like our Rottweiler buddy. You need somewhere for the snowman to spawn. All right, so they're cruising. Now that we've got a cooler, let's get our first set of tools set up. So we're gonna make this our kitchen, and I want my butcher to be up top. I think we have electric butcher table. Yeah. Stick my butcher in my freezer, but they'll get such a terrible penalty to their work rate. I trust you. Sure, but they aren't in there long usually. Well, you're the one that's gonna be in there cooking and butchering, so. And then I want to get this room set up. Actually, I can throw my manager's desk right in here. Yeah, let's do that. Because this is literally, that room's just going to be used so my manager can tell pawns what they need to be doing. Now that you are ready to rip, we need to cook stuff. We want to make sure that we always have... Cook a simple meal. What is this? Is just with surplus per colonist, 1 per colonist plus. All right, so this is what I'm looking for. Oh no, that literally is just 1 per colonist. So we want to make sure we always have more than like 40 meals on hand. That's enough for everyone to have 10. Or does this literally mean with the surplus we have sitting around? All right, we're gonna do this. We need 30 meals on the regular. Who is idle? Misha Fish is idle. How are you idle? Aren't you our cook? Get cooking, Misha Fish. And then we want you to butcher creatures always. Butchers have hairy arms. Well, hopefully Misha's hairy arms protect her from the cold of that freezer, because it is going to be real chilly in there. Look at these boom bats. These are boom wombats. Look at how cute these things are. The sun too. It's actually the best armor in the game. It's a low-key secret of the Rim. All right, you guys are all gonna sleep like cowards. Julie's still working until I noticed it. She just stayed at work long enough to get noticed, and then she took off to go to bed. So this, I think, is going to get turned into a different utility room at some point. But it does what I need it to for right now. This is going to be a dining room. Man, Schneider, you were excited to wake up and play horseshoes. It took you like a half a second to grab that horseshoe. All right, now that I have a manager's desk, we can start doing the real stuff. So we are going to hunt. We want to make sure that we have about 200 meat on hand. And we're going to hunt herd animals, but not exploding herd animals. Yeah. Love it. And then trees. We want to keep like 400 wood available. We won't need to do any logging for a bit because we still have plenty. Livestock. What do we have for animals on the map? We have deer. We have hares. Ibex. We have muffalos. So muffalos would be a pretty big deal. Tame chance 80 for the muffalos. I think we're gonna try and get some muffalos, gang. All right, so let me do this. We're gonna make another, not a stockpile. We want to make another grow zone. I'd hate to use my rich soil for this. We got this stony soil. So let's pull this move. All right, so this grow zone is grass, but I don't want it to be sown right away. No, we can allow it to be sown. That's fine. We're going to make this like a little grazing area. This. Sure. That's the grazing area. Wonderful. And now we can tell our manager where are they? Muffalo. We want 4 female adults, 2 male adults, and we can keep some juveniles. We want them tamed. They got to go in the grazing area. Butcher excess livestock. Beautiful. All right, so this should automatically get us a little bit of a muffalo herd started up. And then I'm not going to automatically mine just yet. That's kind of outside the scope of just getting things running. Muff power indeed. That's why you're all shirtless and ready to rip. You're just out there searching for some muff power. Flash storm. A freak localized flash storm is striking a small area with lightning. Oh good, it's attacking the ancient danger. Let's hope it rains, because this is going to turn into quite the wildfire. Oh boy. All right. Is it raining? That's not great. All colonists are idle. Oh my god, sorry. I get so overwhelmed. We do want this guy set up. Door. And then what else could we have people doing? We need some mining done so that we can start getting some materials to build this wall. Yep. We're gonna get a stone cutter and we're gonna get some mining done. Don't need to mine yet? Why not? Oh, because I have all these chunks, huh? I see what you're doing. Okay, so hang on. God, John Afterlife was so excited to flex his muff power and go mining. Misha Fish shut us down. So let's make a little area for some stone cutting, yeah? So what I'm gonna do is make a stockpile over here just for the stones we find. So this is gonna be for my chunks of stone. Beautiful. And then we'll put a door in. And then we're going to put in, so I have a normal stone cutters. I do have an electric stone cutters table. Okay, so we're going to run some more conduit as well, because that's going to just go so much faster. There we go. Yes, I know it will have an outdoor work penalty until we get it indoors. That's why we're going to put it indoors. It electrocutes the user if they don't cut faster. It's going to be a specialty install job. Man, y'all sleeping. We should get bedrooms set up here in a minute too. I'm sure you guys are sick of sleeping in this hut together. How much you guys want to bet that Ash the Rottweiler snores really loud too? It's an old pupper. 11-year-old Roddy came with us on the trip. All right, so Afterlife should finish this room. And then we're going to seed it with furniture, but I don't want to do that until after we've got our stone cutter set. Because I'd like for someone to make a shitload of stone blocks. Because we want to get up at least like the outermost layer of our curtain wall pretty soon. Because we're going to start getting raided and I want to be able to like corral people in one direction. Who does it bond to? Ooh, that's a good question. We can set that, right? No, it has no master. Its handler is anyone. My guess is it'll wind up bonding with Schneider, because I'm assuming he's going to wind up being the one training it. We'll leave Ash to kind of choose her master on her own. All right, here comes the rain, which is much needed. Oh my God. So much for the entire center of our map. All right, so we have a stone cutter. So is this something I can manage? Do I manage stone cutting? New job. Can I manage actual bricks? Julie Fish is here. No stone cut managing. That's a bummer. That's all right. We can do a similar thing though, where I can tell it. Afterlife is here. He's been here. He was sandbagging. He was waiting on his tutoru. Do until you have. Nope, not 2,000. We'll keep like 400 of those on hand. Brutal treatment to Afterlife. He deserved it. This doesn't have power yet. Why are you unpowered, sir? It is certainly nothing to do. Oh, maybe this AC unit pulls too much current. No. It needs 220 watts, and this is spitting out 1,000. You're saving it for when I do 100,000? It could happen. It's coming. Try reconnecting. Reconnect. I mean, it shows it's connected. Oh, wait. These are electric too. I bet you I am over leveraged on current. Yeah, okay. My one generator is not enough any longer. Oh, wait. I don't want that there. Let's put a smaller one. Winds. Yeah, because this area down here is like garbagey anyway. Oh no, some of that's my good soil. Oh, I can put it over crops? Oh, that's wonderful. Put them right there. And then we can actually add a new management job to clear wind turbine cells in the home area of of just blocks wind. Manage. Chunks of a spacecraft. Ooh, some slavers showed up. I don't think we're ready to buy people. Yeah, I have a manager's table down. We got one right here. That's how we've got all the hunting going on too. The hunting's all being handled by the manager. We need batteries. We need defenses. I don't have a research table yet. Who is idle? So Julie is idle. So Julie is clearly keeping up with her crop rotations plenty well. So let's go ahead and add more growing zone. So we can do growing zone and a growing zone. You're going to grow for me cotton. You're going to grow strawberries. Are any of our people psychic? They are not psychic yet. They can be psychic once I have gotten them in the good graces of a noble lord. I don't know that we're gonna rush to do anything like that though, because that's one of those things that's definitely like kind of beyond the scope of what I know about the game. Oh snap. All right, we can name our settlement now, guys. Oh, this is for our faction. So we are going to be the Backlog Breakers. It's the name of the faction. And we need a name for the settlement itself. What is our town going to be called? Completon. What are the random names? Heel Village. Ooh, we can all be bad guys. Shoulderston on the cactus. Nothing quite like beautiful Shoulderston on the cactus. I don't know. Does anyone in chat have an idea for a name for our town, or should we just name it Completon? Loggington? That's way better than mine was. Loggington. I like that. Welcome to beautiful Loggington here on the Rim, everyone. All right, we got some more planning designations I want to take down because they're going to drive me nuts. You can all go. You can all go. Valley of Sawdust. Boomtown is probably going to be closer to the truth. But unfortunately, instead of it being because of our thriving economy, it'll be because we're going to start blowing shit up. Oh boy, that's a lot of slavers up here, huh? Julie, can you go check on the price of slaves for me? So we've got jet. Ooh, y'all expensive. Y'all expensive. Herbal medicines. You don't have anything I want. Good day. Good day to you. All right, let's build some furniture, because I'm sure they are getting sick of it. Ooh, some cargo pods. Oh, bison wool gloves. Only the finest. So we're gonna build just like a little area for people to eat from to start here. So let's see. Let's put tables along this wall since it's closest to the kitchen. And I want dining chairs. Beautiful. And then we can probably put a different thing of recreation in here. What kind of recreation? Dexterity, cerebral. That's what we already have. All right, so I'm gonna not worry about that just yet. We might wind up building some stuff that way. I think we gotta build some bedrooms at this point. Two colonists are idle. Who is idle? Misha, how are you idle? Have you really made that many meals? Yo, I wanted at least 30 meals, and this only says 24. How are you idle? Julie, you plant so fast. I can't keep up with your green thumb. So we'll do another kind of staple crop. We'll do soybeans. Send her to harvest wild plants. Ooh, that's a good idea. I think you said that earlier and I missed it. I apologize. Orders. Harvest fully grown. Yeah. That's what this is. Could you please harvest everything in this kind of home area? We're going to keep you good and busy for a bit, just picking bushes. The herbs of the land. Hopefully she comes back with some heal root, because I got a feeling we're gonna get ourselves a raid here pretty soon. Oh shit, and I need research. We can make research can go in here. That'll probably get moved at some point. Maybe not though. That's not a terrible place for it. We still don't have like a super good candidate to be our researcher though. A wild woman wanders in. She's called Raccoon. Hi Raccoon. Are you wearing any clothes? Nope. You real naked. Wow, okay, so you're not a terrible pickup. Good at shooting, good at social, with no existing health conditions. I wonder if she'll join. We can arrest her and try and recruit her the long form way. I guess I could go that route. What up, Weenie? She is naked. Au natural. I don't think that works with wild, so they just gotta chill and do their thing. You have to tame? How do I tame? What do you mean tame? Is that an option? Is she literally like a wild woman? It was a choice? Oh my god, tame a wild animal. Wildmen may attack upon failed taming attempts with a 2% chance. But Schneider is also our hunter, so if things go sideways, Raccoon's gonna catch a bullet. Didn't it alert you? I mean, it told me. Yo, what up, Shinobi? It is this game is wild. It is bananas. I think more so than any game I've seen in the last several years, like there are legitimate moments in this game where I just like, I cock my head to the side like a dog and my whole freaking like brain shuts down and has to do a reboot cycle. All right, so we are gonna do some research, but I don't know how quickly it's gonna get done because we don't really have like a dedicated researcher. I do know that early here we want batteries. So batteries is gonna be our first. I think we're gonna make solar our second. And we'll go from there. I should give everyone, we've had so many people that are like going idle. We'll give everyone research on 9 just so they're contributing at least somewhat. Okay, wait, Schneider's shooting at somebody. An Ibex. Oh, raid from the Emro Nation. They are going to prepare and then come after us. I don't think you got much of a chance, homie. Did the video pause? I've been pausing, but I don't think we've seen a full pause. All right, he's armed with just a knife. He's up like northeast-ish. Julie's out picking herbs. That could get a little squirrely. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Guys, we've got to teach them that they can't just come to our house and start shit. We going after him. Let's get it, gang. All right, so Schneider, I want you to open fire. And then Misha's also got a gun. We can set up like a little bit of a firing line here. Oh, Misha with the dead eye. Damn. You were moving too. You didn't even care. 13 jade for his troubles. Is he gonna die? Oh yeah, he bleeding bad. You guys shot him in the lung. Who does that? I heard at one point you should keep your gold in a space inside your building, but have it unclaimed. Oh, to keep your wealth down? That's funny. That's not a bad move. All right, well, he's pretty much doomed. We should at least do the humane thing and go ahead and finish him off so that he doesn't suffer for too long. Oh, your husband's downloading? What's he gonna be playing? Everyone ignored finishing him off. They're like, no, we tired. We did so much work killing him in the first place. Let him just die a natural death. I don't know if we're gonna have a choice at this point, Stealth. What was this dude's name? Swan? Swan's hurting. Death in an hour. Rip Swan. Lived to the ripe old age of 48 out here on the rim. He is no more. Peace, nerd. All right, well, for a first raid, that ain't too bad. I can handle that. Let's